Introverting Introvert here. I was reading something yesterday about sitcoms and television shows that are being canceled this season, like The Big Bang Theory, which I absolutely loved. I really did. But it's been canceled after all these years, you know. And I recall as I was reading that, I recalled hearing this guy talk one time. He said he dreamed that he was standing in this long line of people, and they were rather standing there anxiously, and he didn't have any idea what the line was for. But then, as the dream kind of moved on a little bit, he realized this line of people in which he was standing was actually a line of people waiting to be born. What an odd dream, huh? And he said people were having their names called, and they were being asked to step out of the line. And he said it became anxiously clear to him that there was a possibility that his name would be called and he would be asked to step out of line and would not be allowed to be born. And he said there was a guy behind him whose name was called, and so he realized he'd made the cut. And he said he woke with this real sense of gratitude, that he was actually going to be allowed to be born. And I want to talk to you today about gratitude, for life itself. Nobody signed their name to their own birth certificate. Life itself is a gift. We didn't ask to be born, but we were. We didn't have anything to do with it. And so there can be, if we want to feel better, and that's what I'm thinking about. I want to feel better. I have a lot of emotions that I know you do too. And some of these emotions are not positive. They're not good. It's just the nature of things, nature of life. Things are not necessarily great in our country right now. We have this pandemic going on all over the world, and a lot of feelings are negative, and we're depressed or anxious or fearful, and in the midst of these negative feelings, there is this possibility that we could actually feel better if we start thinking about the things that are actually good in our lives. I doubt if any of us can just look at our lives and say, my whole life sucks. Of course, I've seen people and heard people come here, for instance, and say, Doc, my life sucks totally. There is not one good thing good about it. But, you do have life. I mean, it is a gift, and that's something you can be grateful for. And so in the midst of all this negative emotion, we can begin to choose, as I said the other day as I was watering my garden, we can choose some feelings because we can choose some thoughts. And feelings come from thoughts. And so if we're thinking about some things that are good in our lives, and be grateful for those good things, then we could have some positive emotions related to those grateful thoughts. And gratitude is not just simply somebody gives you something and you're grateful for it and you're thankful for it. But it can be something that's long-term, not just brief, but an attitude of gratitude, living a grateful life. And if you've ever seen anybody or known anybody who was a grateful person, I guarantee you that person had a sense of peace, a sense of happiness about himself or herself. And so I want you today to think about the things that you are grateful for. I mean, even in this country, our government has given away trillions of dollars as stimulus. I mean, just gave it There's the payroll protection plan. Can't we be grateful for the things that the government, our own government, is trying to do for us to help us? I'm grateful for it. I'm thankful for it. And so I want us today, make a gratitude list. Just take time to sit down and either think about the things that are the people that you're grateful for, the situations that you're grateful for, the things in your life that you're grateful for, and see if that thinking translates into a feeling that feels better than depression and anxiety or fear and so forth. I guarantee you that it will. And I want you to do that today, and then later on I'm going to talk to you about 3 things. I heard Robert Emmons, who is a professor at the University of California, Davis, said some things on YouTube, and I watched this the other day about gratitude. And I'll talk to you about those 3 things that he said. But today, I think gratitude will change some of those negative feelings that you have to some very, very positive feelings. And so try that today. And before you leave me, though, I want you to push that little subscribe button over there so the next time I give a little talk, you'll know about it, okay? Push the little subscribe button. Thanks a lot. And don't forget that I said that. Later.